Hello, my name's Natalie. This is Imago Day Yoga. I'm going to be teaching some vinyasa flow today. Just going to chill out on here waiting for people to join. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to go ahead and mention that I am going to be transitioning the Facebook Live to my YouTube channel. It'll still be live on YouTube. There's a chat feature on there that I really like, and plus I'm able to actually have more benefits from actually streaming on YouTube than on Facebook, so that's why I'm moving over to that platform. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do so. It's Imago Day Yoga, and you'll just look for the lotus. That's me, and so subscribe to that channel. And there's already a lot of YouTube videos, tutorials, and things on there. I try to upload weekly. I did skip this last week because I was so exhausted from uploading the challenge last week, but I'll get back on schedule starting this next week, so be looking forward to some yogas from there. I won't be doing it. I'll still be on Facebook Live next week, so I'm going to give people time to get the message before I move to the YouTube channel, and I'll try to make sure I get the word out and how to find me when I do move. So can't wait for that. All right, we've got some people on here, so we're going to get started. So just make sure that you practice some safety precautions, listen to your body. If a pose doesn't feel right, pull out of it, be gentle with your body. Make sure you've got a good grip. Don't wear socks. Okay, we'll get started. So find your way to your yoga mat if you're not already. I'm going to get back to mine. All right. Let's take a seat, find a comfortable spot, and shut down the eyes. We'll start with some breaths. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. Take it deep into the body and then let it go. Exhale it all out. Another deep, slow inhale. Try to slow the breath down. Take it deep. And exhale, push that air out. Do one more like that. Deep inhale. Take your time with it. And then exhale it out. Next inhale. Bring the arms up. Palms together briefly for a stretch, and then take one arm down and lean over to the side, getting a side stretch. Then with an inhale breath, come back to center. Exhale the opposite side, get another stretch. Inhale it back up to center. And then exhale, fold over your legs, take a breath here. And slowly inhale yourself back up. If your legs are crossed, try to switch the cross of your legs if that feels comfortable. And then shut down the eyes again. We're going to take a few more big inhales. Take your time. Inhale, fill up the chest. Try to squeeze the heart with your lungs. And then let it all go. Exhale it out. Do another one of those big, deep inhale in through the nose. Feel that air coming into the body. Let it go. One more like that. Really take your time. Go slow. Big, deep inhale. And exhale. This time as you exhale, maybe try to force out a little more air than what you think you took in. Then next inhale, arms come back up. Get that stretch, trying to bring the palms together. And this time we're going to twist. Take the right arm to left knee. Look over the left shoulder. And then inhale it back to center. Go the opposite direction. This time looking over the right shoulder. Inhale it back to center. Exhale, fold. Take a breath here. And then inhale yourself back up and find your way to all fours, coming into tabletop. We'll roll through some cat and cows. So hands are directly under shoulders, knees directly under hips. Inhale to drop the stomach and lift the chest, look up. Exhale to arch the back. Looking back towards your thighs. Do that again. Deep inhale, dropping the stomach and lifting the chest and the head. And then exhaling to go the opposite direction. Go through these at your own pace, trying to match the breath and the movement. Going slow, trying to feel the spine as it moves, becoming more aware of the body and the breath. Just a couple more. And find your way to stillness. Take the left arm out in front of you, pinky side down, and then take the right leg out and back. You can keep the toes on the floor if the balance is difficult, or you can bring the foot up, hold it here, take a breath. And then with your next exhale, bring knee and elbow together in the middle. Inhale to extend. Exhale, crunch to center. Inhale to extend. Exhale, crunch to center. Inhale, extend. Pause here, an extension. You can either stay right here, or you can bend the back knee and reach back with your arm. Try to grab the foot. And if you did that, release and drop it back down. We're going to do the other side. Take the right arm out, pinky side down. Left leg out and back. Try to lift it up if you can. If not, that's okay. Pausing here, taking a few breaths. And then next exhale, bring elbow and knee to center. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch to center. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch to center. Inhale, extend, and either just hold here, or you can bend that knee, reach back with your arm, try to grab the foot. And then if you did that, extend back out, hand back down, leg back down. Walk the hands in front of you a little bit and drop the chest down, coming into puppy pose. Arms are extended, pressing into the mat. Chest is sinking towards the floor. We'll take a couple breaths here. Trying to let the mind slow down. Releasing the weak. Then you're going to roll back into child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Sink down. And you can either leave your arms extended or wrap them around you, whatever feels comfortable. We'll take a few more breaths here. Focus on the inhales. Try to take them all the way down the back. And then release them out. Couple more breaths. And next inhale, you're going to start to come up and find your way into plank. And once you're in plank, pause there, just holding it for a few seconds. And then we're going to push our hips up and back for downward facing dog. Hips go high, pushing up and back. Chest reaches for the thighs. Your head is also looking back for the thighs. You can stay up high on your toes if your hamstrings are tight. Maybe bend the knees a little bit. And then if it feels okay, you can walk the dog by bending one knee and then the other. Carefully stretching out the hamstrings and the calf muscles. I actually have really tight calf muscles, so I have to be careful with those two. Keep breathing while you're here. Using your core to push you up and back so you're not dumping into your wrists too much. Couple more breaths. And start to bend the knees. Look forward, hop or step to the front of the mat for forward fold. Knees are bent, stomach connected to the thighs. This is important. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, bring yourself up into mountain pose. Mountain pose is our active pose, so make sure you're pressing down into the earth, lifting up through the thighs. Stomach is tucked in, chest is lifting. Shoulders down and back. Take a breath, big inhale into the chest. Exhale, let it out. Next inhale, bring the arms up, give a stretch. Exhale, forward fold, again, knees bent. Next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, hop or step it back into a plank. This time lower down, chaturanga, bend the elbows, keep them close to the body. Inhale, come into upward facing dog, a little bit of a back bend. And then exhale, push the hips back, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Trying to focus on the posture. Still pushing the hips up and back. Couple more breaths.
and start to bend the knees. Look forward, hop or step to the front. Knees bent. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Big stretch this time, palms together down to heart center. Maybe shut down the eyes again, focus on grounding down into the mountain. Grounding with the feet, lifting up with the rest of the body. Take a breath. And next inhale, arms come up, take the feet out, about hips width distance, stretch it up. Exhale, forward fold with the wide legs. You can still bend the knees a little bit. Trying to be gentle on the hamstrings, only stretching them carefully. And not giving stress to your lower back. If you straighten your back, you're going to feel strain here, or straighten your knees, you're going to feel strain here, so keep the knees bent. Then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale or inhale, bring it all the way up, palms together, and then drop the left arm down, push the hips out towards the right, lean over, reaching towards the corner of the room with your right arm, bringing your body into a crescent shape. Then inhale it back to center. Go the opposite direction, pushing the hips out to the left, left arm reaching to the right corner of the room. And bring it back to center. Exhale, fold again, just briefly with the legs still wide. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, inhale, bring it all the way up. Bring the feet back together, palms together down to heart center. Just take a quick breath. Inhale, into the chest. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, fold, plant the hands and step it into plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And then exhale it back. Downward facing dog. And breathe. And take a few breaths here. Again, just focusing on the down dog. Maybe your heels are sinking a little bit closer to the mat, but maybe not. Just listen to your body. Don't overstretch. Make sure you're breathing. And then next, inhale, take the right leg. Take the right leg up and back for three-legged dog. If you want to bend the knee and open up the hip, you can. And then with an exhale breath, bring that leg in towards the right elbow, the knee to elbow. Inhale, take it back up. Exhale it, cross it under the body this time, coming in for the opposite arm. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, put it down. Take a breath. Then inhale the left leg up and back for three-legged. Pausing here. And then if you want to bend the knee to open up the hip, you can. Then with an exhale breath, bring that knee in towards the left elbow. Inhale, take it back up. Exhale, cross it under the body, opposite arm. Inhale, take it back up. Exhale, put it down. Pause here, take a breath. Then next, inhale, push the body forward, coming into a plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, and exhale it back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Then next, inhale, take the right leg up and back for three-legged once again. With that exhale breath, try to bring that knee in towards your nose and step it through for a low lunge. You don't quite make it up there with the foot, just move the foot with your hand until you get it in between the hands. Pausing here. And plant the left arm down, take the right arm up, get a twist. And then bring that arm back down and set up for Crescent Lunge. Make sure your stance is wide, and with an inhale breath, you'll come up with the arms. Crescent Lunge, pausing here. We'll take a few breaths here in Crescent. We're going to open up Warrior Two. So for Warrior Two, the back heel pivots down, and the back leg is straight, front knee is still bent. Trying to make sure the knee is actually kind of maybe pushing out to the second and third toe and not leaning in too much. Body is opened up to the side, arms extended. Then flip that front palm, we'll reverse the warrior, taking the arm back, stretch out. And then come back, warrior two, pause here. Focusing on the stance, make sure your knee isn't tracking over your heel. Body's still open to the side. You can even check up on your hips, make sure they're not dipping one way or the other. And flip the palm again, reverse the warrior, bigger stretch. Bring it back, warrior two. This time we're coming into side angle. Drop the arm, front arm down, back arm comes around and up. Side angle. And then if you want to take the bind, take the top arm back behind the back. Bottom arm comes underneath the leg and you reach for the hands. If you don't quite make it, that's okay. Reaching still counts. Still is a good challenge on the body. And if you went for the bind, release it and come back up, warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior, straighten the front knee, go back deeper. And then hinge forward into a triangle. So both legs are straight, hip is popping out to the back. You should feel a stretch on the inner thigh. You're using your core to keep you lifted, not dumping too much in the front. And then take the top arm to the front of the mat, bottom arm to the front of the mat, lift the body up, parallel the feet, and exhale, forward fold. Pausing here in the fold, take a couple breaths. If you want to start to bend one knee, walk the hands over to one side, get a little bit of a stretch this way. And then come back to center, go the opposite direction, get a stretch. And come back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, inhale, bring it up. I'm going to come into Goddess. You can bring the feet in a little bit if you want to. Take the feet out to the corners of the room and bend the knees down. You can gold post the arms, opening up the chest, pulling the shoulder blades together. And you can just hold it right here. If you want to come up on one heel and the other, you can do that as well. Or come up on both heels for a little added challenge. It's fun times, y'all. Holding this pose. And then bring it up, push the hips out, lift the chest up. Exhale, forward fold. Pause here, take a breath. And then walk the hands back to the front of the mat, coming into that low lunge. And step the back foot up to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, inhale, bring it all the way up. Palms together, down to heart center. Take a couple breaths here, grounding down into mountain, find your mountain. Big inhale in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Do that again, deep inhale, bring a bit of air in. Let it go. Then inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, have a seat into chair. Bending the knees, keeping the chest lifted. Arms up. Couple breaths here. Try to go deep, maybe tuck in the tailbone just a little bit. Another breath, you can do it. And inhale it up, push the hips forward, lift the chest, inhale up higher. Exhale, forward fold, pause in the forward fold. Relieve the back, take a breath. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, inhale, all the way up, quick stretch. Exhale it all the way back down, plant the hands, step it into plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale it back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Focus on your posture for a second. Make sure your hips are lifting up and back. Chest is reaching for those thighs. Neck is loose. No tension in the neck. And the next inhale, take the left leg up and back for three-legged. And with the exhale breath, try to bring that knee in towards your nose, stepping it through for a low lunge. Again, if the foot doesn't quite make it, just work its way up there and pause and low lunge. And once you're ready, plant the right arm down, take the left arm up, get that twist. And bring it back down, check on the stance, make sure it's wide. And then inhale, come up, crescent lunge, pausing here in crescent lunge. Taking a few breaths here. Hips are squared towards the front, you're off that back heel. Front knee has a deep bend, back leg probably has a little bit of a bend as well. And then open up warrior two by pivoting that back heel down. Stance is now more of an L shape. Hands coming out to the sides. Body opened up to the side. Take a breath, check in on that knee, make sure it's not dumping inwards. Push it back out. Take another breath here. Then flip that front palm, reverse your warrior. Get a big stretch, come back to warrior two, pause here again. Check in on that stance, the hips, the knee. You can lift the heel to pivot the knee out if it's coming too much inward. And then flip that palm again, reverse the warrior, try to go back a little bit deeper. Then come through warrior two and find your way into that side angle, back arm coming around and up. Pausing here. And then same option for the bind. Top arm reaches back behind the back, bottom arm comes underneath the leg. You reach for your hands. And even just reaching for the hands, if you don't quite make it, still counts. So just give it a shot if it feels okay. And if you got the bind, release it. Slowly come back up to warrior two. Flip that front palm, reverse the warrior, straighten the front knee, go back deeper. And then hinge forward, coming in to the triangle, hips pushing to the back, arms coming up, big stretch on the inner thigh. Don't dump too much into the front, keep that core active. And then take the top arm to the front of the mat, bottom arm to the front, and lift the core upwards, parallel the feet. And with the exhale breath, lower down, forward fold. Pausing here in the forward fold. Take a few breaths here. Maybe try to walk the hands back behind you, pulling the body down a little bit farther. And then if you did that, bring the hands back to center, bend one knee, walk the hands over to one side. And come back through center, go the opposite direction. And come back through center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, inhale all the way up. Finding our way into goddess. This time, take your arms out to a T. Then take them back behind you. If you can grab your hands, great. If not, that's okay. Maybe try to fist bump, or at least just be reaching back, trying to open up the chest. Big heart opener here. Knees deeply bent. And again, you can come up onto the tops of your toes again if you want. That's optional. Couple more breaths here. Working them thighs. And then release the heels to the ground if you have them lifted. Take the arms up. Inhale, bring the body up. Push the hips forward. Lift the chest back. Bend. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands to the front of the mat. Coming back into that low lunge. And step the back foot up to meet the front. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bring those arms all the way up. Big stretch. Palms together. Down to heart center. Find your mountain. Take a few breaths here. Deep inhales. And exhales. Few more breaths here. Just focus on the airflow and the posture. Making sure the muscles are active. Then next, inhale, bring the arms up.
And have a seat into chair, deep bend in the knees, chest lifted, arms lifted, chair invisible. Few more breaths. And then next inhale, bring it up, push the hips forward, lift the chest, back bend, big stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Take a breath here. Maybe walk the hands to one side, getting a little bit of a twist. Bring it back to center. Go the other way. Another twist. And back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Palms together, down to heart center. Take a breath here. Then next inhale, take the arms up. Take the right leg up with it, coming into a knee raise. And then we're going to come into chair balance across the right ankle over the left knee and squat down. This might be a little bit of a balance challenge. That's okay. If you fall out, just try to find your way back. Just keep breathing. And again, my right ankle is right over my left knee, and then I'm just squatting down. Take a breath. And then next inhale, take the knee up. Put it down, did a big stretch, exhale, forward fold. Take a breath. Next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, inhale all the way up. Stretch it out, palms together, down to heart center. Start to ground down in the right leg. Next inhale takes the left leg up. And this time come in to chair balance. Opposite side, so my left ankle is crossed over my right knee. I'm squatting down. Taking a few breaths here. Just a couple more. Then inhale it up, take the knee with you. Put it down, big stretch, and then exhale, forward fold. Take a breath. Next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, inhale, big stretch. Exhale, take it back down, plant the hands, step it into plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, and then exhale it back. Downward facing dog, take a breath. And then next inhale, take the right leg up and back for three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that knee in, trying to find your way into that low lunge. Work the foot up there if you need to. And then once you've got it up there, just go ahead and step the back foot up to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, inhale all the way up. Palms together, down to heart center. Start to ground down in the left side. Inhale, take the right knee up. Exhale, cross the whole leg over the whole right leg over the left leg, coming into eagle legs. So I'm just curving my right leg around my left. And then the arms, take them out to a T. And then bring them in. You're going to take the right arm underneath the left arm and try to cross them over. This is a big balance challenge because now I'm dividing my vision. So if you fall out, don't worry about it, just come right back. And if you can't get your palms to touch, that's okay. You can do the backs of the hands. Just go as much as you can, at least crossing the right arm under the left. And then go ahead and release. Come into a mountain, big stretch. Exhale, fold it forward. Exhale it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, inhale, big stretch. And then exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, step it into plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale it back. Downward facing dog.
Take a few breaths. Check in on your posture. Make sure you're lifting hips up and back, chest sinking towards the thighs. Being mindful of the stretch on your legs, not overdoing it. Then next inhale, take the left leg up and back, three-legged. Exhale, bring that knee in towards your nose, trying to step it through for that low lunge. Working the foot up there if you need to. And then bring the back foot up to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Big stretch, palms together, down to heart center. Take a breath to the opposite side. So ground down into the right leg. Inhale the left knee up. And then bring that leg over the right, twisting it around. And once you found your balance here, take the arms out to a T. Cross the left arm underneath the right arm this time. As best as you can. Again, if you fall out, just try to find your way back. It's pretty challenging. So be patient with yourself. And go ahead and release, get a big stretch. And forward fold. Take a breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, come all the way up, big stretch. Palms together, and then exhale all the way down. Plant the hands, step it into plank. Lower it down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, and then exhale it back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. We're going to hinge forward into plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. And once you're there, you're going to set up for locust. So take the arms back behind you. Lift the chest, lift the legs up. Activating the back and the glutes. Keep breathing. And lower it down. We're going to do that again. This time you can either come into floor bow or another locust. So if you want to come into floor bow, just grab the inside edges of your feet with your hands and inhale, lift the chest, lift the glutes, try to kick up with the legs, taking them even higher. Keep breathing. And release it down. Take the right ear to the mat, arms out to a T. We're going to roll over the right shoulder, so you can use your left arm to push you up onto your side. My right arm is still out straight. And I'm rolling over the shoulder. And take a few breaths here. And slowly bring it back to center. Take the left ear to the mat. Roll over the opposite shoulder. So I'm pushing up on my right arm, rolling over the left shoulder. Arm is still straight. Only go as far as feels good. And bring it back to center. Push it back, child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide. We'll pause here for a few breaths. Take some deep breaths down the spine. And next, inhale, slowly come up to the tops of your knees, bringing yourself up. We're going to set up for camel. We're going to do two of these. So the first one, kind of go easy, warming up the back. And the second one, if you want to do full camel, you can. But either way, we're going to start off bracing the lower back with our hands. Push the hips forward, lift the chest, stay active in the front of the body as you lean back. Try to get a deep back bend. Look back with your head.
And then bring it back forward slowly, finding your way into child's or
rabbit. Rabbit, the crown of the head reaches for the ground. And you reach back for your ankles or feet, pushing the hips up. And lower down into child's if you were in rabbit. Take another breath here. And slowly inhale your way back up to the tops of your knees.
And same option, if you want to just do the modified camel, keeping your lower back braced, you can. If it feels okay and you're active in the front of the body, you can reach down for your ankles. Coming into full camel. And slowly bring yourself all the way back up. Then lower down into child's or rabbit once again.
Take a breath. And if you're in rabbit, lower down to child's. A few more breaths here. Take them all the way deep down into the back. Try to take the breath to the lower back. And exhale it out. Keep doing that, making sure the lower back gets the release it needs. And then next, inhale, bring the arms forward, coming into a plank. Pause here for a moment. And push the hips up and back, downward facing dog. We'll take a couple breaths here. And then next, inhale, take the right leg up and back to three-legged. And then bring that knee in towards the right wrist, finding your way into pigeon. So right knee towards right wrist, leg falls at a slight angle. Hips are facing towards the front of the mat. And you can either stay up, or if it feels comfortable, bring the body down. It'll be here for about a minute. I'm going to set the timer for us. Take the breath to any tension you're feeling, whether that's physical or mental. Take the breath there and release the tension out with your exhale. Slowly start to find your way up, pushing the right leg back and finding your way into a downward facing dog. You can move that right leg around a little bit to get the blood flow going. Keep breathing. And then you can either stay in down dog or push yourself forward into a plank, pause and plank. An optional push-up before pushing it back, downward facing dog. Take another breath. Then take the left leg up and back for three-legged down dog. And then bring that knee in, finding your way into pigeon left side, left knee towards left wrist, leg falling at an angle, hips squared to the front of the mat. And once again, you can either stay up or if you want to bring the body down, you can do that. Being on this side for a minute as well. slowly start to bring yourself back up. Take the left leg back behind you, coming into a downward facing dog. Move that left leg around a little bit, get the blood flow going. Take a few breaths. And you can bend the knees, look forward, hop or step to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Palms together, down to heart center. Grounding down into that mountain pose. And then next, inhale, lift the right knee up, coming into knee raise. Pause here. And if you want to open up to the side, push the knee out. Take the left arm down for counterbalance. And then if you want to, if you can, grab the toe with your fingers and stretch it out. If you did that, go ahead and bring it back in and find your way into tree, planting the right foot down on the left leg. And it can be anywhere on the leg. It can be down low or up high, wherever you need it. Keep breathing. Couple more breaths here. Finding your tree. Even if you fall out, just come back. And then bring that knee in towards center. Extend the foot out. And then bring it back behind you, finding your way into a warrior three. Warrior three. The back leg is out straight. Body coming down into a T. And then drop the hands down. Drop the foot down. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower inhale, bring it all the way up. Palms together, down to heart center. Ground down into your mountain pose once again. Take a breath. And then next, inhale, bring the left knee up. Knee raise. Same options here, you can open it up to the side, taking the right arm out for counterbalance. And then if you want to extend it out farther, grabbing the big toe with the fingers and extending the raised leg. If you did that, bring it in. Find your way into tree. And tree might be different on this side. You might have it up higher, or you might just be kickstanding it. Wherever you want it, just find your tree. And hands can stay up or come down to heart center. So many options. Couple more breaths. And then bring that knee towards center, kick the foot out, take the arms up. Then you're going to find warrior three on this side, bringing the left foot out, body lowering down, coming into a T shape. And bring the arms down, bring the foot down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, inhale, bring it all the way up, big stretch. Palms together, down to heart center, and then sink all the way down to toe stand. We'll pause here in toe stand. But if you fall out, that's okay. We're about to go to the ground. And then go ahead and lower down. Try to find your way into a boat. And boats might be different. You might have both your feet up and your arms up. You might have your arms down, bracing yourself, or feet down and you're just leaning back. But wherever you are, just activate that core. And pause here, take a few breaths. And you can either hold it wherever you are. If you want to go a little harder, you can take your arms up, bring them back down, take them out wide. Pause here. Bring them back in. Take the arms up again. This time take it to one side. If you're holding a ball, bring it back up to center. Go the opposite way. Come back to center. Bring the arms back down, and then everyone extend out. Find your way to the ground. Get a big full body stretch. Relax into the mat. Bend the knees in. Bring the knees into chest. Maybe hug them in. Coming into a tight ball. You can bring your forehead to your knees. And release it down. Relax for a second, just with the knees up towards the chest, wherever it feels good on that lower back. And take the feet straight up into the air for waterfall. Pause here. And then you can stay right here if you want to lower one foot and then the other, you can. Taking the right leg down, hovering it over the mat. Bring it back up, do the opposite side. Left leg going down, hovering over the mat. And bring it back up. We're going to do the other side again. Take the right foot down. Hover. Bring it back up. Left leg down to hover. Bring it back up. Bend the knees into the chest. Take a breath. Relieve the back. Relieve the stomach. Let the abs have a break too. Then bring the feet back up. This time when you bend the knees, you're going to grab the outside edges of the feet, finding your way into happy baby. You can rock side to side if you want to, massaging that spine, or just stay still, whatever feels good. Just relaxing. And stop. Bring it into waterfall again. And bend the knees. This time bring the feet down to the ground, soles of the feet finding the mat. Keep the feet as close to the body as you can. Maybe try to grab or reach for the heels with your fingertips. And we're going to find our way into bridge, lifting the hips up, pushing the chest up by squeezing the shoulder blades together. And you can just go this far if you want to go a little farther. Grab the hands under your body and squeeze the shoulder blades even tighter. Holding here for just a few more moments. Keep breathing. And lower it down. Bring the feet back up into the chest, pausing here. And this time take the arms out to a T and drop the knees over to one side. Looking over the other shoulder, coming into a spinal twist. And if the twist is too intense, you can always come up off the one shoulder, making it a little bit lighter twist. If it's not enough, you can take the top leg off, extending it out. We'll be here just a little bit. Take a few breaths. Just enjoying the twist. And bring the knees back to center. Let the spine settle into the mat. And then when you're ready, take the knees over to the opposite side. And this side might look different. Maybe you need a deeper stretch on this side, maybe you don't. And listen to your body and try to find a good, comfortable twist. And relax into it. And slowly bring knees back towards center. Let the spine settle. Move the knees around a little bit. You can circle them if it feels okay. If you're circling them, switch the rotation. And find your way to stillness, pausing here again. Maybe get another tight hug. Coming into a bowl. With that, release it back down. Take the feet up into the air. Pause here in waterfall. Flexing the feet. Energy shooting out through the soles of the feet to help keep the legs straight. And we're going to slowly lower the legs all the way to the mat. Try to take your time. If this does not feel good on your back, though, just find your way down into Shavasana however you want. But if you can do this, try to take your time. Really work in that core one last time before we come into our final and most important pose. And then once you get there, you're going to relax down. Start to relax everything, taking maybe a few deep inhale breaths and big exhales. Letting the body unwind. Seeking out the tension, take the breath there. Shut down the eyes. Start to check in with the different parts of the body, starting with the forehead. No tension there, brows uncreased. Jaw unclenched. Shoulders relaxing down into the mat. Body's getting heavy. You can feel the spine on the mat, the legs, the feet. The breath may start to become a little more shallow. We'll start to let the mind go. We'll be here for about 6 minutes. Just try to relax, and I'll call you back when it's time.
Slowly start to deepen your inhales, bringing awareness back to the breath. You can bring small movements to fingers and toes, maybe circling wrists and ankles. Or if we're finding a way into a full body stretch. And start to relax back down into the mat. Bend the knees up in towards the chest. And roll over to one side in the fetal position, pausing there. And slowly start to push your way into a seated position. And once you're there, take a very deep breath. Bring that air in, fill up the lungs, fill up the body. And exhale it out. And do that again. Deep inhale, take your time. Big inhale breath and hold at the top for 3, 2, 1. Exhale it all out. Hold at the bottom. 3, 2, 1. We'll do that again. Deep inhale, come in slow. Take your time, big breath. Hold at the top. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, slow. Push all the air out. Hold at the bottom. 3, 2, 1. And then inhale. Exhale. Next, inhale, bring the arms up. Palms together, down to heart center. Thank you for joining me today for yoga. Have a wonderful weekend. Namaste. Thank you as always for joining me. And again, I will be moving this this live broadcast to YouTube, not next week, but the week after. So just be prepared for that. Find my channel if you haven't already to subscribe. And can't wait to see you all next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.